Hello and welcome to a new episode of I Can Do. I'm really excited to be here today. Thank you so much for listening. Wherever you may be, there are a really large amount of podcasts that are out there. So I appreciate you taking time to listen to this. Maybe you are driving to work. Maybe you are cleaning around the house. Maybe you're just relaxing. Whatever you're doing, thank you so much for your attention. I know that time is really valuable. So let's dive into this. We are in the month of June. It's June 2024. I want to talk about how to make your June or how to make June your best month yet for this year. At the end of the month, July 1st, we will be halfway through the year. It is always amazing how fast time really moves. A lot of people say, well, man, I don't know where time went. Time just kind of got away from me. Well, it often does that. But the reality is, we have to be really intentional with our time. I've talked about this before. I want to talk a little bit more about this. How we manage our time, what we do with our time, really goes a long way. And just even thinking about how much time we think we have. I'll give you an example about this. I was talking to someone very near and dear to my heart recently, and they were talking about how they just don't feel like they have enough time. And the one thing that I told her to do was check your phone and see how much time are you spending on your cell phone. Well, she had not done that before, and so after talking to her, she was embarrassed, and we all have been there when she found out how much time she's been on her cell phone, particularly playing a video game. It was amazing for her to see for herself the amount of hours per week that were being used to not really accomplish anything. When you think about video games like Candy Crush or other things, doom scrolling on our cell phones and things like that, after we get done doing something like that, there's often a sense of not depression per se, but unhappiness. Or, okay, I just spent an hour doing this or 2 hours doing that. What do I really have to show for it? That's one of the challenges with our cell phones, video games, and social media. There's also indications out there too, even like with young people. If we're going to play video games or let young people play video games, it should have some kind of beginning and end. So some video games just go nonstop, like they never end. There's never a finish line with respect to a level or anything like that. That's what this person was experiencing. She was just continuing to play Candy Crush over and over again. So the levels keep going up or kept going up, and there was no end in sight. So once she identified this and what she did, she had to take some time to measure. Once she did that, it woke her up. It gave her a new perspective. And now she did an experiment where she spent the average amount of time that she would be playing that game and just did stuff around her place. It was mind-boggling for her how much she was actually able to accomplish. You see, when we get more intentional, when we start measuring time, when we start measuring backwards, that's where everything really changes. So I want to encourage you, wherever you may be right now, June 3rd, this is going to be published on a Monday. Wherever you may be thinking, you may actually be a little bit discouraged right now, thinking, man, it's already June. I didn't accomplish this. I didn't accomplish that. I'm really behind here. And now the year is pretty much over. I want to help you to know there's still plenty of time to get after what you said you're going to do in January or February, whenever you said it. Do not throw in the towel. Get started today. So let me give you 3 words to think about to make June your best month yet. All right, here we go. Number 1, review. Take the time to review. What do I mean by that? Thank you for asking. All right, so take some time, a few hours out of your day. That could be the time that you may be doom scrolling, playing Candy Crush, whatever it may be, binging on Netflix, turn all that off, turn your cell phone off, and just take an hour or 2 hours to review January through May. So specifically, look at your accomplishments. Where are your wins? What have you done that has helped you to get from point A to maybe point B, maybe closer to the goals that you're trying to accomplish? All right. So take some time to review. Look at your finances. So maybe if a goal was, well, I wanted to save this X amount of money each month, take some time to look at that. Did you accomplish that goal? Or if you wanted to maintain weight loss or lose a couple extra pounds, whatever it is, take the time to review. And you can do this in a way that's fun. You can get a cup of coffee, you can get some tea, maybe you can go to a restaurant, maybe you can go out. You could turn it into something that a family does together. You can even do this with your children. Take some time to review. There is something, the idea of always measuring backwards, always measure backwards. And I got that from the book, the gain, focus on the gains and not the losses. The gain and the gap. I'm sorry, the gain and the gap. Focus on your wins. Always measure backwards. And by doing that, you will be able to see, man, I've actually come a long way. So you may not even have actually accomplished your goal, but you've moved closer to your goal. So take some time to review. Now, you can also review your time that you're spending on your cell phone or your laptop or video games, and you may be able to see, wait a second, I can pull some of that time back and I can now utilize that and move it over here to accomplish my goals. All right. So that's number one. Number one, the word I want you to remember in the month of June: review. Take some time, do it early. Don't wait till June 20th or June 25th. Do it today and have that kind of attitude. Do it now, do it now, do it now. Say that 50 times when you wake up. You'll start getting more things done first thing in the morning. All right. Number two, here's how you can make June the best month yet. Track your wins. We've talked about that a little bit, but track and have some kind of list with respect to gratitude. I know people talk about this all the time, but there is still something powerful with paper or pencil to pen or pencil to paper. I'll get it right eventually. I'm not going to edit that either. Pencil to paper, pen to paper. Track, write out things you're grateful for. Do that for the rest of the month. I have a journal you can get on Amazon, Faith, Family, Fitness, Food 31-day journal. If you want it for free, send me an email at icandocoaching@pm.me. icandocoaching@pm.me. I'll send you a PDF for free and you can get started today. But track your wins, write out 5 things every day for the rest of the month that you are grateful for, and that will drastically improve your June. Now, this seems easy. For some it is, but for sometimes it's not. So even if you miss a day, don't throw in the towel, but just start up the next day. So review your past success. That's number one. Track your current daily wins, your current success, the current things that you're grateful for. And then number 3, forecast. Forecast. Start planning for the rest of the month. Start planning for July. Start planning for August or the holidays. So one goal that I had last year, I had a marathon that I had scheduled on December 17th. So I started planning for that. I actually didn't really get started till August. So if I were to do that again, I would actually start way earlier in the year. So start planning, make a forecast, just like we do with the Weather Channel or the app with respect to what the weather is going to be like. Forecast where you want to go. Start visualizing that. Start thinking about that. Start planning for that, where you want to go. All right. Forecast. And then that's going to help you. That's going to give you motivation. It's going to give you a sense of encouragement as you plan for the future, that there's something to look forward to. There's something to work towards. That will go a long way for you. So that's how we can have the best June ever. Take some time to review what you've already done, maybe places where you need to upgrade a little bit, maybe some things that you need to delete or archive with respect to, I'm not going down that path anymore. I'm getting rid of that. Then take some time to track and then take some time to forecast. That doing that every day, spending some time, a couple of hours to do all of that, I believe that will help you to have a really fantastic June. Okay. Now, I want to share a couple of things real quickly before I sign off here. Again, thank you for listening. Leave me a review. That always helps the podcast. I want to share with you, though, something I've been working towards, and that is respect to pickleball. I started playing pickleball last year just for fun, and it's still just for fun. I'm not making any money off of pickleball, but it has become a great passion of mine. And what I'm seeing now, I'm accumulating a lot of P's in my life. All right. I have preaching, I have podcasting, public speaking, and now pickleball. So I started playing with a group of guys at church. We call it Pickleball and Prayer. And we go out every week, at least once a week. Sometimes a few of us will meet up a couple of more times. So I'm in the North Texas area near Dallas, and the Carvana Pickleball Tour was here in Rockwall, Texas. So this past Friday, I had the opportunity to play in the amateur division. I went 0-3. No, I did not win. I have a couple of things that did happen, but if I'm not going to make any excuses, then I won't share any of those. But I lost the 3 matches that I had. Nonetheless, it was another step in the right direction. So one of the brothers from church had put together a pickleball tournament a few months ago in March, and now I signed up for this tournament. So that's 2 tournaments. So if I measure backwards, going back to, I think, March or April of last year, I have played numerous times, not every week, but probably getting really close to that, at least once a week. Had that first tournament where I played in a doubles event. We did win the first round, but we lost in the second round. Now I signed up for another event. This is the idea of slow and steady progress. I will win some, Lord willing. I need to get better. I've taken 1 or 2 semi lessons, so I just signed up for an app for pickleball. I know where I need to improve upon, but I can look back from a year ago and say, well, man, I've actually done quite a bit with pickleball. I bought multiple rackets. I was able to visit Bainbridge Island in Seattle when I preached out there. That's the birthplace of pickleball. My son has played. My wife has played. I'm connecting with brethren. I'm connecting with opportunities here in the Dallas area. All of those are great wins. So now I'm going to track and write out things that I'm grateful for with respect to pickleball. I can do that for this month. And I'm going to begin to forecast. So there's an event coming up in November. I will put that on my calendar. I got a new app that will help me to find new opportunities to play and hopefully get in some kind of club or some kind of league. So now I'm forecasting for the future. That's what I'm talking about with how can we make June the best month ever? So I'm already excited about that. And so I wanted to share that with you. And then secondly, if you are watching this video, I know stats are going up where people are watching more video content. You will notice that I have a different kind of cut here. It is not my typical goatee. It's not a beard. It's like the handlebar stash. I was invited to a birthday party. The theme was 70s. So it was a 70s birthday party. So I cut my hair or cut my mustache like that. You can see some outline too of my sideburns. I used to have some sideburns in high school and college. So, it may be time to bring all of this back. I'm enjoying the stash for the moment. Thinking back to the 70s, we had a great time this past Friday night. So it's been a great week, great weekend, a great way to move into the month of June. So many different opportunities. So embrace this month, lean into it. If you are down, just know that you're not out. All right. You can get back up and really focus on where you've been, what you can do today, and how you can prepare for the future tomorrow. All right. Thank you so much for listening. I can do, you can do, be sure to check out the show notes. I'm going to leave an affiliate link for one of my favorite supplements, UCAN products, where you can get a discount. Be sure to check that out. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.